Welcome to Baton Arts. This first little video is the first of the Kai Men video programs. Now Kai Men, as far as I know, is specific to the Lee family style and they're based on Taoist yoga. You'll see earlier in YouTube I posted some exercises on Douyin, a number of little exercise programs. This is the first of the Kai Men and you'll see they're slightly different. Kai Men means open door, and the idea is it's opening up what the Chinese would call the gates to allow your energy to flow correctly. So there's a different emphasis on these exercises. We're going to start with one of my favourites. Very simple exercise, but when done correctly is really quite powerful. So we're going to start from eagle stance, which is heels together and feet apart at a natural angle. Don't force them to be unnatural, just a natural angle for you. Make sure that your big toe, little toe and heel are in contact with the floor and try and maintain equal pressure over those three parts of the foot so that the centre of the foot is activated. Relax your knees and then just gently tilt your pelvis down or relax your pelvis down as if you're perching on a swing. Then make sure your spine is open and relaxed. Draw your chin in, lengthen your spine, and also be aware of the spaces between your rib cages. So everything is nice and relaxed. Your shoulders roll back and down, so your shoulder blades sink down but don't compress your chest. And then your shoulder blades open to push your elbows forwards. Tongue on the roof of the mouth, just behind your front teeth. Now make a nice hand shape. Your hand is an extension of your arm, so we don't want the hands at odd angles. Imagine the hand is just an extension of the arm. The fingers are lengthened, but they're not stiff. So they're not collapsed, not stiff, halfway between, they're active. Your thumb is at a 45-degree angle, opening the tiger's mouth from here, and try and keep your thumb as straight as possible, not bending any of the joints. So we have a nice, strong hand shape. So just maintain that posture for a moment. We're going to walk through the exercise in stages. So firstly, the first movement from here with your elbows forward is very simple. As you breathe in through the nose, your elbows stay exactly where they are, and your hands just rise up until they are parallel to the ground. Okay, just relax that again. So let's try and get that really working. If you do that correctly, just one movement and you'll see you have a blotchy effect on your hands. So off we go. So nice and relaxed from here. So breathe in. So just that elbow joint engaged. Don't let your wrists flop. And breathe out. That's lovely. Okay. That isn't the exercise, that's just the preparation. That's part one, really, if you like. So let's try again. Nice and relaxed. Make sure your shoulder blades are open down. Keep adjusting your posture so you're in a good posture. Breathe in through the nose again. This time we'll move to part two of the exercise. So as you breathe in, imagine your elbows almost sinking as your hands float up as if they're lifted by strings. As you breathe out, you turn your upper body to the left, but keep your knees still, keep your pelvis still, so it's your waist that's turning. Then slowly, as you breathe in, slowly rotate again, so that you're facing forwards. Breathe out, rotate your upper body again, making sure your weight doesn't change on your feet, still in the centre of the feet. Breathe in, gently draw back again, and breathe out. Just relax the arms. And then we do the same thing this time, turning to the right first. Now when you're doing these movements, almost try and imagine that you're moving through treacle or somebody else is lifting your arms. Weight underside, as I might say in Aikido. So you're just bending from here And it's the bare minimum amount of effort to raise those arms. Be careful when you do it, just looking around. Some of you, as you're raising your arms, you're taking your elbows back a little bit. Your elbows don't move in space. It's almost as if they are resting on a bar. Okay? So nice hand shape. Some of your wrists have started to flop. Nice hand shape again. Off we go. Breathe in. So lift from this position. Right side first. Breathe out. Just rotate the whole of your upper body. Don't transfer your weight. Stays in the centre of your feet. Breathe in. Draw back again. Breathe out. Turn to the left. Breathe in. Turn to the front again. And breathe out. So you're breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Now, if you just stand there for a moment, if you've done that correctly, you should feel a really strong tingling sensation in your hands. And that's a sign that the exercise is working. What I'm going to do now is to show us part 2, so we're going to work through that in detail and then do the whole exercise again. So once you've gone through these points and learnt it well, you can quickly fast forward and just do the exercise later. So part 2, your breathing is normal. Now in your Kaimen exercises, part 1, you time the breathing to the movement, and that's helping to warm the collagen fibres, make sure everything is working well, and then you do a larger stretch for the second part. So this time, don't focus on your breathing, just allow the breathing to take care of itself. Don't try and time it to the movement. So nice and relaxed. This time your hands draw up, the same as before, to this position. Then we rotate our central core to the left again, keeping your pelvis still. When you've reached this position, then you push your right elbow forward without lifting the shoulder, so that it really opens that shoulder blade, and the fingers of your right hand are pointing to the centre of your left hand. So you push that elbow forwards. Next, you pivot on the left elbow as if you were sliding your hand along a table. And when you've reached your maximum, it's really quite specific this, then your shoulder opens and you draw back. Then you lengthen your spine, turn your head, and look to the rear, over your left shoulder. You relax your head first, relax your shoulder joint, pivot around your elbow, your right elbow relaxes, and the whole of your upper body slowly turns. And then you continue to turn to the other side, to the right, and then again push your left elbow forwards, keeping the shoulder down until the fingers of your left hand are pointing to your right hand. Keep your right elbow still as you slide that hand back. And when you can't pivot on the elbow anymore, then you take your shoulder back, then you lengthen your spine, turn your head, look over the shoulder, relax your head, relax your shoulder, pivot around your right elbow, relax your left elbow, slowly turn your waist to the front, and your arms just sink down as if they're sinking in treacle or being lowered in treacle. And that should almost feel uncomfortable now with your hands as it opens the blood vessels in your hands. Any questions on that so far? Not missed anything? Okay. Good. So that's the basic 2 component parts. So we go through each part twice, and then we go through the extension twice. So we'll do it now as if we would be doing the exercise normally. Off we go. Open your shoulders. There is a school of thought that says that when you're practicing these exercises, you only do part 1 for a while until you've really grasped part 1, and then you do part 2. But in my experience, people never do that. They always go straight on to part 2, so I'm not even going to bother suggesting it. Right, okay. Sit on your swing, knees relaxed, weight in the centre of your feet, shoulders back and down, head floating up like a helium balloon, chin drawn in, tongue on the roof of your mouth. Be aware of your elbows, they're not moving. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Breathe in. Breathe out. Rotate your central core. Keep your hips still, knees still. Weight in the centre of your feet. And then breathe in. Slowly draw back again. Timing the movement to your natural breath. Breathe out. Rotate the other side. Again, timing the movement to your natural out breath. Breathe in, draw to the front again. Breathe out, your hands just gently sink down. And then we'll repeat the other side. Breathe in, hinging from the elbows as if somebody's lifting your hands for you. Don't let your wrists droop. And breathe out, rotate to the right first. Keeping your pelvis still, weight in the centre of your feet. Breathe in, unwind to the front. And breathe out, turn to the left. Breathe in, unwind to the front. And breathe out, your arms sink down as if they're sinking into treacle. Part 2, breathing normal. So off we go. So this starts the same, so gently your hands float up. Make sure the weight stays in the centre of your feet as you rotate your central core. When you've reached your maximum, push your right elbow forwards, keeping the shoulder down until your right fingers of your right hand pointing to your left hand. Pivot around your left elbow until you've reached your maximum, and then take the shoulder back. Lengthen your spine and look over your shoulder. Relax your head, relax your left shoulder, relax your left elbow. Slowly pivot your waist to the front and then rotate to the right, nice and slowly. When you've reached your maximum, push your left elbow forwards, keeping the left hand flat until the fingers of your left hand pointing to your right. And then pivot around your right elbow until you've reached your maximum, and then open the shoulder to take the arm further back. Lengthen your spine, look over your shoulder, relax your head, relax your shoulder, relax your right elbow, relax your left elbow, turn to the front, nice and comfortably. And then allow your hands just to sink down. And just stand there for a moment or two. You should feel a really strong tingling sensation in your hands. And then just put your attention on your belly and visualise recalling that energy into your belly. One of the major mistakes with this exercise is to allow your hips to drift. Remember, partly this exercise works because as you're turning your waist, you're compressing those internal organs, encouraging the release of energy. If you allow your hip to drift or your weight to drift, then you're not. So it's the most important thing to learn when you're practicing this. Imagine that your lower part of your body is encased in concrete, so all the movement is coming from the upper part. Any questions? Good. Hope you've enjoyed that, and if so, give us a thumbs up.